and go back to my dorm and work. Because I have a lot of... I'm gonna get boba first. Because I love boba. Actually, I don't know, because I don't want to spend money. So maybe I won't get boba. I don't know. And then this guy from my puppetry class came up to me randomly. I was having a sig. And he's like, he hasn't talked to me since last semester. He's like, hey Margot, can I use your phone? I lost my phone. I'm like, okay. So he just tried to call someone and then he's like, oh, it doesn't work. Okay, thanks, bye. And I was like, bye.
Désolé, au revoir. Et il s'en va.
That's it. When I go back to France in summer, I like get really nervous and anxious when I have to speak French to people I don't know for some reason, because I feel like when I speak French, I'm like exposing my real self, if that makes sense. Like, because when I speak English, it's like I can be anyone I want. France, like I get so paranoid because I'm like, oh, like when I speak French, they can see like my identity and who I am. Being here, it's kind of difficult because I really miss my French. I don't want to lose it. And like usually when I call my mom, I do like Franglish.
Après, on a parlé en cours et tout, j'étais trop fière parce que j'ai parlé en classe, j'étais en mode hi, like.
So it's because like I forget some words in French and it really annoys me because like it's my like mother tongue, so I don't want to. And like speaking to my grandparents, it's also weird because like they don't speak a word of English. So when I call them, sometimes I forget words and they're like, oh, like you're forgetting your mother tongue, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, like it's just weird because it's like on one head there's like who I am, and then on the other it's like someone I am as well, but in a different way, if that makes sense. When I speak English, I kind of like force myself to have an accent, for example. Like I try so hard. I'm like, oh, I can't sound like foreign. Americans are so different than French people. Like there's a whole like culture gap, and I feel like when I meet people, at first I don't want them to know I'm French like from the start because I'm scared they're gonna have this whole other perception of me. My personality is like, it's still the same, but it's different in a way because like I have to think more when I speak English. I have to like think of words, think of everything, and it's different. Like I would sometimes like I say something to my roommate and she like doesn't understand what I mean, but I understand what I mean because I'm translating it from French to English, but she's like, it's like a whole different meaning and it doesn't come out the right way, so sometimes it's like difficult. But like when I speak French, I'm like more open to like saying different things, like saying my opinions, because I know that like because it's my mother tongue, so obviously I know what I'm talking about. But in English, it's like I'm very like precise and delicate on how I like express my opinions because I don't want it to come off as something that I don't mean to say. I think when I'm around people that speak the same language as me, it's easier to communicate, and it's also like I get to say a lot of things that I wouldn't necessarily say in English because I'm more comfortable with my own language than I am with English, so it's harder. If all my friends here could speak French, like we would have a great time. I mean, not that we don't have a good time.